Hello, I want to kind of do like another video about Mushy and Shroom. Yes, I did like a 20-something minute video about whether or not they're good, but like I did touch on something in that video about Mushy and Shroom's patronage. Like if you go, let's see what's the best way. Let's go put them in here. Mushy and Shroom is that Mushy and Shroom is very limited on patronage. Like honestly, they kind of goes like they only have Oliver Axel's choice. I mean, compared to like Aurora, who has 5 choices. This is not a lot of balance. A lot of tanks have more choices than this. And I feel like Mushy and Shroom might be missing the patron they actually needed most, and that was Mara. Mara patron is like a patron that would make so much sense for Mushy. Like it would definitely help them a lot. Like if you went to a hero like Judge, like Mara, for example, like this is the one, because it increases duration of stun. Blinding, silence, slow, charm, mind control effects, like said, and because, Mushy and Shroom can silence, this one would be really effective. It also, Mara's also the only patron that raises magic defense, the stat that, Mushy and Shroom are most weak in. Like, Mushy and Shroom, like, they definitely take, magic defense like a chump. They take magic damage like a chump because they have no magic defense. If we go, let's go to Hero Challenge. I'll just kind of say, we're just gonna put, where is Mushy and Shroom? Click, wow, oh, they're way up here. Interesting. We won't put any pets out, but they have 2 patrons. They can either use Oliver, which gives health and armor plus the regen, or they can use Axel, which gives them magic attack and prevents them from one-shots. Mushy and Shroom's probably not going to see one-shots too much, but it might help their minions. This is something we want to test, like, but we want to kind of look at Mushy and Shroom's patronages. But I'll kind of show you, like, the lack of magic, defense. I will even use a different pet that won't, like, buff Celeste's magic pen here. Like, just to kind of show you that Mushy and Shroom taking full damage because they have, like, no magic defense. But these things do heal. There's their ults. But the silence, so we can see how long the silence lasts. Alright. Like, if they can get going, they have some potential, but that lack of magic defense just, even with some silence or whatever, like, so, oh, interesting, I cry. But, that's, like, they take a lot of damage. They probably about 900,000 health. It's hard to actually get a, said, like, that's because of all the extra, like, stuff. It's hard to get, like, an actual thing, because I think damage done to the minions counts as that, so. The old Hero Wars calculators and stuff, there used to be Hero Wars calculators, they don't really get updated like they used to, so it's really hard to, like, keep up on that, but, like, even Aurora does, like, max damage to, Mushy and Shroom. But this might be a way to test to see if we can protect them from, like, one-shots. Silence. Yeah, I kind of think Axel might be protecting the things from one-shots. We can actually test this with, like, Arachne. But Aurora can, like I said, we're just trying to see this, because I think Mara Patron would solve, like I said, Mara Patron would extend that silence, which would make it from a marginally useful ability. Like, if you could make that silence last a long time, you're looking at a much stronger, issue. We're gonna just use, Albus, because we don't want to, like, stun lock Mushy and Shroom. We want to see, like, how well Arachne, like, if Arachne can one-shot the things. Silence. Oh, guess we're not getting a chance. That damage actually does a lot of damage that time. So Mushy and Shroom can do some damage. Like, so the Axel Patron does buff their magic attacks. So that was actually, Arachne actually lost that time. So the silence worked here, but of course I would just run block silence. But we do have, like, now imagine if they could use Mara Patron, which would solve their, magic, which it could help boost their magic defense, but also make their silence last that much longer. So we can't really want to test like the one shot. So we'll put Where's Astaroth? Astaroth's like a good gold fishing guy. He'll protect, like, just kinda... Because we just want to test to see if the Axel Patron allows the mushrooms to, like, survive one-shots. Yes, it looks like the Axel Patronage. I kind of thought that with Aurora. Like, it looks like Axel Patronage does affect Mushy's minions, so the one-shots protects their minions from the one-shots, which gives them more stamina. Also increases their damage potential, so Axel actually is a very valid patron for Mushy and Shroom. Like, it does seem to be pretty good for them. But my gosh, their minions, though, would be really dangerous. Like, if you could land silence minions, like, with Mara Patron, you could pretty much lock them out of the game. Like, Mushy and Shroom would go from, like, possibly useful hero to a very good hero with Mara Patron. Oliver Patron helps their healing. We can definitely test to see if the healing helps their minions. We're getting locked, so we're probably just gonna... It looks like we'll eventually just grind this out here. Yep, right there. So we can definitely see, like, if the heals. So we go back to, actually, we'll go back to Aurora. We can definitely see. Wait, we want to do a new one. Sorry. We need to do a new one with all of our patrons so we can compare. That's what I meant to do. We need to do it. I was like, we need to do it with all of our patron, and we want to see if the healing helps the minions heal faster, like on Oliver. I mean, Mushy and Shroom could definitely do some heavy magic damage hits. So many mushrooms. Wow. Okay, so Oliver Patron definitely, like I said, this is what Oliver Patron does, gives them a lot more esteem power, but not getting a good test to see if we're helping the minions gain life better. So we're actually going to lose because Oliver healing, but it's always really close. A couple more turns, like said, and 1v1's not a good testing ground for, like, actual fights. Like, we might have to use, like, a whole team or at least a couple of heroes here. Where's Arachne? We'll do that. Yeah, no, the Oliver Patron definitely gives them a lot more survivability, though, so it's like, it's really, like, the extra magic attack on Axel definitely helps, but, like, the regen, though, is pretty hard to overcome. We're not getting, like I said, we're gonna have to try different tests to try to see if that, because you have to get them below 50%, we have not been doing that, so, to see if Oliver is helping the minions there. But if Mushy and Shroom can get going, like, they can be really, they can really swarm you, and this is kind of like why Mushy and Shroom is kind of a terrible, like, main tank, but they make a great off tank being like Aurora or Rufus. That's kind of like what most of us have kind of figured out here. Who can we do to, like, take him down, like, oh, Ju, you know, he'll hit the back line. Maybe. Yep. Nope, so they do not gain the extra benefit from the Oliver Patron. There's no, I didn't see any extra healing here. They're healing normal amounts. So, Oliver Patron seems to only help Mushy and Shroom, but the Axel Patron did seem to protect the themes from one-shots, where it's just, like, said, or it's just coincidental, but it just did seem to be prevent, like, the damage they're taking did seem to be about the threshold. So, but the extra magic attack definitely has some benefit. But all of our Patron definitely gives Mushy and Shroom a lot more staying power, and that's really, if you can keep Mushy and Shroom going, they will swarm. The biggest issue here is going to be Ode to Serenity. Ode to Serenity is going to be the biggest obstacle for them to overcome. Like, where's Sebastian? But, like, if you could get, like, if they could use Mara Patron, they could literally lock their opponents out. Like, Mushy and Shroom would be a very, very good hero if Mara Patron was thing that also helps improve their magic defense. And maybe that's why they don't have Mara Patron, because maybe they'd be too powerful. But, Ode to Serenity, though, is going to block that silence here. Like, they are not going to be able to overwhelm it by themselves. So, if you pair a Mushy and Shroom with, like, a Maya with Biscuit Patron, you might be able to. Okay, we'll probably do another test with Mushy and Shroom with Maya next to them. Yeah, so they never were able to dispel Ode to Serenity on just two of them, but we put, where's Maya, Mushy? Okay, we're not going to use pets. Ah, that was not what I wanted to do. We're not going to use pets. We're just doing some basic, like, gold fishing here. Where's Ode to Serenity guy? There's Sebastian. Oh, we put the wrong pet on Maya. Shoot, we need to redo a new test. That was the wrong pet. Like, we could have been in the resets. When we were resetting, we figure out, like, to check our patrons. We accidentally hit the wrong button. There you go. That's what we want. Boom. Alright. Maya can also buff magic defense, which can be helpful. And stripping Ode's a lot quicker with Maya, though, when they have a full team of 5, so... Nope, there goes Ode. That was quick. Like, Maya with Biscuit is probably the fastest way to strip Ode to Serenity in the game. Like, Maya's really good at stripping Ode, like, but Maya plus Biscuit will strip Ode pretty quickly, so that's one way if you don't want to get silence in. You bring in Maya. Maya also buffs magic defense, which is definitely a buff that helps Mushy and Shroom out a lot. Oh wow, see, actually, Maya... Mushy and Shroom has pretty good damage potential, though. Like, they really do. Like, this one of those heroes I think can be good. Patrons, Bubbles of Justice makes them pretty good. Like, with the Axel as the actual pets. They have a lot of potential. I do think, probably like some kind of like Quadrinity Shell or some Rufus team is probably going to be your best. Like, I do think they're probably going to be best as an off-tank. Just because you give them, gives them more time, like, Aurora can be a speed bump, or, like, whatever. Then you can put, Mara Patron on Isaac for more silence. So between, Isaac and Mushy and Shroom, you might be able to strip off, Ode from a team. But, like, let's try this here. So, like, let's see. And we might, like I said, you could always try it like that too, but let's try Arachnamaya line here, see how this goes. Let's see how well this does. Sure, like, see if a combination of Isaac and Mushy and Shroom with the Holy Trinity is a good enough defense against this. Like, Isaac can definitely cause some problems here, but we'll see how that ends up. Okay. Okay, my Maya strips there owed. Oh, there goes the swarm. Like I said, they might just cause a lot of extra timeouts with all that regen they do. Like, I do think Mushy and Shroom has some potential. Mara Patron would definitely probably make him like a top tier hero, so maybe they didn't do Mara Patron because they'd be like OP, but they're not really getting into silence though, are they? Ooh. I think we're gonna win though. Nope, nope, Aurora died. Oh wow, like no, this might be a loss here. This is gonna be close. Nope, Isaac's down. Wait, Shrooms are going. Nope, nope, nope. It's Larachni's gonna carry over, but this was pretty good. That was a pretty good team, kinda a test, but yeah, it's trying to find the right shell here is gonna be tough. You can always try like Maya. Let's try Maya instead of Isaac. Let's try same pretty the same line, but we'll do Maya instead of Isaac. Maya is up here. Let's try that. We'll put Biscuit here. We'll put that here. We'll put that there. We'll put Axel. Axel with Bubbles of Justice is a theme. Okay. Let's try Arachna Maya. Oliver. Okay, actually, we probably want Merlin here, because, Oliver is there. No, Axel. Sorry, Axel is not gonna. There's no one shots to really protect from, so we're just gonna do that. Merlin for faster Cursed Flame, more magic penetration, more magic. Like I said, more magic penetration. Not like she'll need it. Well, actually, with my buff and magic defense, actually the magic penetration does help, but mostly you want more frequent Cursed Flames for this fight. Sometimes it's the magic penetration you want on Celeste, but Merlin is a good patron for her. There was actually a time when Merlin was the only patron Celeste could use, so she was always competing with Krista for it, like in the old days, because it was the only patron either of them could use when the pets were first introduced. It was so sad. You had Merlin, so you use 4 pet patrons in your teams, like so. It's like Lars had Mara, Aurora had Kane or Oliver, Sebastian had Fenris, Albus, or Oliver, and then it's like Krista and Celeste could only use Merlin, so it's like to use Merlin on Krista or to use on Celeste. It really just depended on the fight. Sometimes right to have on Celeste, sometimes right to have on Krista. Then they released Axel, which lets you get a 5th patron for that team. Then they released Biscuit, which gave you more options, and then, well, now they have, oh, we're getting silence, and look at that. Oh, wow. Okay, so Holy Trinity, Mushy and Shroom, Maya is pretty good. So that's a line, but I said this is kind of like a continuation of the other video. The other video got pretty long, and this video's starting to get long, but, you know, patrons, though, they do seem pretty good. I do think Oliver's a better one, but Axel does seem like it has a lot of potential too, but, you know, Mara obviously would take Mushy and Shroom over top. Like, you know, Mushy and Shroom might find a place somewhere. Like, they might be a playable hero. They do seem like they can be good. Could definitely force some timeouts and stuff. But Mara would definitely make them top tier. Mara might actually have made them overpower, which might not be why they didn't get him, but it is something that is fun to speculate, try to figure out, like, where Mushy and Shroom is going to be, like, what kind of teams, what kind of patrons they use. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you missed my last video on, are Mushy and Shroom good, you can find that below. Thanks for watching.